But anyway, I got a letter from my old friend Jasper Tappin Butts. And it's been a while since he's written, but he had a couple of observations. Would you like me to read his letter to me?
I don't remember ever hearing this name on the air, so yeah, let's hear this.
You don't remember Jasper? All right. All of these people, he says, are talking about how Tony Khan's handling of the CM Punk tenure had terrible results now that Punk has debuted for the WWE. But Jasper said, let's not forget what Tony gained since Punk was fired. And he lists the top 4 things that Tony has gained since he fired CM Punk. Would you like to hear these?
I know what number 1 on the list is.
What's that?
Wing!
No. I'm trying to give a serious list.
Okay. I was the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's a serious list. This was worked over by experts. The top 4 things that Tony Khan has gained since Punk was fired. Number 4, he gets to exchange pleasantries with Colt Cabana once a week. Number 3, no more emails from Matt's wife complaining how overworked she is from handling all the CM Punk merchandise. Number 2, can give the 30 minutes on pay-per-views that were previously allotted to Punk matches to more deserving wrestlers like Chuck Taylor, Gravity, and Brandon Cutlet.
It's a real skill to put the list of 3 names together and have it mean something, and having Gravity in the middle there was the right punch.
Gravity, well, see, Gravity brings everything closer together.
Oh, that was good. Oh.
And number 1, and we're done here, no longer has to take time out of his day on Sunday listening to fans and network brass telling him how great Collision was on Saturday night. And that's the things that, yeah.
What do you think Tony's more upset about? I'm being serious. I know it sounds like a joke question because it should be. That Punk doesn't work for him, or that Punk's not his friend anymore?
That Punk's not his friend anymore.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
Because, Punk nor Hulk Hogan nor Steve Austin or The Rock could draw enough extra revenue to Tony Khan's wrestling company to make a difference in Tony Khan's personal lifestyle. Could they? What would that be? He's spent over $100 million out of pocket on a wrestling company, and nobody said he's going without anything. He's not eating the ramen and the hamburger helper. So even if he signed The Rock and The Rock drew him $40 million extra dollars, it wouldn't be like that's, going to make a goddamn mind-blowing difference to Tony Khan. But if The Rock or CM Punk or any of these people actively told him we're not friends anymore, I believe he'd probably lay awake at night more or longer than he already does. Don't you think?
I think so, and that may be the other cure. If some woman would just come along and wildly fuck him, probably change his personality, make him see things in a different way.
I'm just trying to figure out the personality of that woman.
Well, she's a hooker.
Well, there's some things that even money can't buy. I don't...
Allegedly.
I could believe you could get a different one every day, but I don't think you could get the same one 3 days in a row. How about that?
If you were a billionaire and you were single and young, would you want to meet someone who knew you were rich? Or would you want to dress like a frump and meet someone in a bookstore or something, just start talking to them and get them to actually like you? Then you reveal, by the way, I'll be on my dad's super yacht this weekend. Would you like to come?
It depended on what the scenario was that I had in mind. I mean, was it to be an anonymous type of thing, or was this, something that, well, nevertheless, we don't want to go into that. And then also that would have depended on what kind of underwear I was wearing. But nevertheless, Tony, getting back to him.
Or Jasper.
We'll talk more about his various relationships later on. And I had one more thing I was going to do here before we do something else. Oh, I said on the drive-thru I was going to try to read Sean Delaney's book on pro wrestling in Evansville in the 60s enough to discuss it for a minute, and that has not happened. I'm 8 pages farther along than I was when we last recorded, only because by the time that I sit down or lay down at night and open the fucking book, I get 2 pages in and go to sleep. So I'll try to say something about this on the drive-thru. But Sean Delaney, Pro Wrestling in Evansville, the 60s, adapted from the 400 Court Street podcast. Find it on Buy More Press, and they want you to buy more, but it's spelled Bimor.
It's on Amazon.
Can't buy less.
It's on Amazon. I believe
it's on Amazon. That's what it is. Well, I'm just giving all these buzzwords. That's a new term.
It's like a media scrum here. It's amazing.
Yes, and also best nonfiction from something somewhere. It's a nominee. And buzzword.
Everything is Great by Tony Khan.
Everything is grateful in its own way.